two airline giants, American Airlines and JetBlue, one big question. Which one really delivers? On the left, the global-reaching business-class luxe American Airlines. And on the right, comfort-forward, value-packed JetBlue. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Let's take a quick look at our roadmap for this comparison. First, we're tackling network and reach, then cabin comfort and in-flight experience. After that, reliability and punctuality. We're also going to talk fees and pricing, loyalty programs, award redemptions and partners, and finally, best for. Like, who each airline is really ideal for. Buckle in, I promise. This'll help you pick the right airline for your next flight. Okay, let's talk network and reach. All right, American Airlines here is honestly kind of a beast. They go to over 350 destinations worldwide. Like, if you're planning to hit up pretty much any major city on Earth, AA probably has you sorted. Plus, oh, and here's something cool. Since they're in the One World Alliance, connecting all around the globe is a breeze. Sure, I'll admit, some of their domestic routes aren't as frequent as they used to be, but that's a tiny trade-off for this global power. So what about JetBlue? JetBlue's focus is pretty much the US, the Caribbean, and fun fact, they even dip their toes into a few London routes. If you live in Boston, LA, Orlando, or San Juan, it's straight up awesome. But let's be real, international? Not their strong suit. And they aren't in one of those big alliances like AA. Long story short, American Airlines wins, hands down, for reach. Moving right on to cabin comfort and in-flight experience. So American Airlines offers multiple cabins, right? If you want first class or premium economy, AA gives you those options. Plus, their lounges are a nice touch for premium customers. But here's the kicker. They've been pulling seatback entertainment from a lot of domestic planes. Kind of wild, right? Snacks are, well, basic, and Wi-Fi is still rolling out, so it's not completely free yet. Now, flip to JetBlue. Man, they nail cabin comfort. You get extra legroom basically everywhere, free Wi-Fi on all flights, no joke, and those seatback screens aren't going anywhere. Plus, real snacks, not just those tiny pretzels. Only downside is, no lounges, even if you book premium, and their fancy mint service is kind of rare. Still, for comfort, JetBlue is killing it. They take the win this round. All right, let's jump to reliability and punctuality. American Airlines? Pretty solid. Their huge fleet means if there's a delay, they can reroute stuff without too much drama. They do pull in higher on-time rates compared to some competitors, but hey, there are still some delay gripes. Not as bad as JetBlue, though, which brings us to JetBlue has slightly better numbers than some budget carriers. But look, only 74% on-time arrival? Yikes. In fact, they got fined by the DOT for, chronic delays. So in the reliability contest, American Airlines easily takes this one. Hold up, random fun fact, JetBlue was actually slapped with a $2 million fine in 2025 for chronic flight delays. But here's the twist. Despite that, their cabin comfort is still genuinely better than most rivals. Wild, right? Let's break down fees and pricing next. American Airlines gives you cheaper checked bag fees, a nice win at $35 domestic. They have tons of fare classes, so you can pick what works for your budget. But honestly, paying for Wi-Fi until 2026? Super annoying. And the fancy stuff, business, upgrades, that adds up fast. On the JetBlue side, you get free Wi-Fi and legit snacks, and their pricing is pretty transparent, with low extra fees, even pets, which is awesome. Checked bags are $40, which is higher, and they don't give you a bunch of upgrade choices, but their base fares are still really good. So if you want simplicity and value, JetBlue's where it's at. They win on pricing. Now let's talk loyalty programs. American Airlines has their AAdvantage program. It's kind of legendary. Tons of elite tiers with all those upgrades and perks, and honestly, it's not that hard to reach high status. Little caveat? Redeeming with partners can get complicated quick. For JetBlue, you get TrueBlue, which is way simpler. Everything is tied to how much you spend. Great value on partner flights, like Qatar Q Suites. But hitting elite status is hard, and the lack of big alliances stings if you're aiming for those global perks. American takes it for loyalty. No contest. Let's move to award, redemptions, and partners. American Airlines just has you covered. They're in one world, so you can use points across a bunch of airlines for your trips, especially international ones. Flexibility is a huge perk, though beware. Award chart changes can mess up your plans every now and then. JetBlue? Good news is, you can score sweet seats on partners like Qatar Q Suites for less, and earning points is super clear. But dynamic pricing means your points value jumps around, and they just don't have as many global partners. Again, American is the one taking the win for redemptions and partnerships. All right, last up, who are these airlines best for? If you're going international or you're a business traveler chasing elite perks, American Airlines is made for you. Their loyalty program and alliance perks are top tier. Not gonna lie, domestic trips with AA can feel a little bare bones these days. JetBlue? Domestic leisure flyers, comfort seekers, and anyone who values simplicity and a straight-up comfy cabin. JetBlue is your sweet spot. Yeah, limited international routes and the no-lounge situation are downsides, but if you just want an easy ride in the US, it's perfect. So actually, with this one, it really depends. Neither is a clear overall winner. So looking at how both airlines scored across all our categories, you can see American Airlines pretty much owns international stuff, loyalty, and reliability, while JetBlue runs away with comfort and value, especially for US trips. Pretty telling once you lay it all out, huh? If you need to fly far, chase loyalty points, or hop on business class, American Airlines is your pick. JetBlue? Hands down. It's for those wanting max comfort and the best value on domestic flights. I'd say, match your choice with your travel style. Hey, if this helped, stick around for more travel breakdowns and airline deep dives. I'll keep you posted on what's worth your ticket money next. See you soon.